Well, Swedish youth activist Greta Thunberg called on leaders to act on climate change in the Australian World Summit organized by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, Greta asked leaders to act and inform public about climate change without sugarcoating the issue. The biggest crisis humanity has ever faced, she said.
This is an emergency, and world leaders are not acting accordingly. But if they won't do anything, then we will. We will try to do everything we can to make them act. It is still possible within the laws of physics to avoid the worst consequences of the climate crisis, but not for long, and not if we continue like this.
Thunberg, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and the Austrian President Alexander Van der Bellen opened the R20 Austrian World Summit at Vienna's Helden Square. The annual summit is organized by Schwarzenegger's environmental organization in R20 regions of climate action established in 2011 to accelerate subnational green infrastructure investments and projects. Schwarzenegger praised Thunberg as a dreamer who had created a grassroots youth movement to hold those in power accountable for their pledges to roll back climate change.
If there's a will, if those politicians really want to represent you, yes, they can. They can accomplish those goals. But maybe they're just wanting to represent the oil companies. Maybe they want to represent the car companies. Maybe they want to represent all of those other companies, but except you. But I think that we elect them to represent us. That's what this is about.
And finally, while sleeping in Marlborough dens, trudging barefoot through a rocky stream and dining on plants could be life-threatening, but not for a yoga teacher, Amanda Eller. Eller lived the 2007 adventure drama Into the Wild in real life. US-based Amanda Eller was reported missing on May 9th, the day after she went hiking to Mawako Forest in Hawaii. About 2 weeks later, she was found beside a 20-foot cliff, dehydrated, sunburned, and barely able to walk. What was supposed to be an easy 3-mile hike left Ella stranded in a dense forest where she experienced what it feels like to be truly alive. On Friday, rescuers in a helicopter ultimately spotted Ella near a waterfall miles away from where she had parked her car. She was then airlifted to a hospital for medical treatment.
The strongest teachers in the world have come to me over the last 6 months to help guide me in a variety of ways. And little did I know they were preparing me for what I'm calling spiritual boot camp, which is what I went through.
Ella, who also works as a physical therapist, counts her blessings every day for remaining alive. To her, getting lost was necessary only to find herself spiritually salvaged, what she refers to as spiritual boot camp, in which she meditated for the most time and sought mercy from the Almighty. Wheelchair-bound now, Amanda is flanked by her family and loved ones who have supported her throughout her offbeat trial.
You know, this whole journey was extremely spiritual for me, and I never felt alone, and I never felt fearful. It was an opportunity to overcome fear of everything. It was an opportunity to be stripped away of all the comforts of this modern world and see what was left. And that there was such amazing beauty in that.